Thank you, Mampo, for sponsoring today's video. This is a 12-piece baby rattler teething toy set. They are a great stocking stuffer, $25.99 on Amazon right now. There is an $8 coupon going on. They're multicolored silicone rattlers for your baby. Great stocking stuffers. They have over 10,000 reviews. 4.5 stars. Check them out, link down below. Again, thank you, Mampo, for sponsoring today's video. This is a couple of my girls playing with the rattlers. You can hear in the end of the video them having a blast playing with them. They're just having a great time. Excuse you, little Ollie. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I wanted to give a heads up that the volume on this video is messed up. We were traveling with a trailer in the background, and the volume is messed up. There's no way I could fix it. The volume does get better about 14 minutes in.
We could be having a fire as soon as next weekend.
That would be nice. Now, I know you guys aren't going to be surprised with how me and Chris are, but we had a really rough weekend. I had a hormone rage, and I get like this postpartum rage, and this time the rage, I took it out on Chris.
I thought my wife was going to kill me.
Normally my postpartum rage doesn't happen with Chris, and it did this time. But anyways, past that point, after that happened, it came to mind that we should, like Chris originally wanted, make that kitchen, what we're calling the kitchen, outdoor kitchen, into our cabin. So we changed our mind again, but it's okay because we haven't done the bill shop.
For all the people who say that thing's too small to be a cabin, it's 2 levels. There's a loft. So downstairs will end up being bedroom, kitchen for Mom and I. Upstairs loft will be for the girls. The loft is a perfect size. I did modify the plans when Tammy told me that she wanted an outdoor kitchen, not so much a cabin, so it's not as originally as tall as I wanted it. If I would have known when I was building it, it would have been 10-foot rear and 14-foot front, giving us a 4-foot drop, which is a you guys don't even care about that. A pretty heavy slope on the roof. But it also would have been able to have Tammy stand upright in the loft. I still couldn't have, but Tammy could have on the front hand side. So instead, it's at the point where it'll be about, I want to say it's 4 feet from where the loft floor is to the front, the highest point. So the girls will still be able to walk around in there and play and stuff like that. And of course, I'll be putting up a stairwell on.
And it won't be steep. It'll be like, because we need it to be safe, especially for Freya. She's good at climbing.
It'll be steeper than a standard house.
Yeah, but not completely up steep.
It'll just be a lot narrower than a regular house.
That would be, I don't think Freya could do steep with her disability.
I'm only going to make it about 24 inches wide.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which is fine for all of us to get up and down. Be safer for her. If by any chance she does fall, she'll ricochet nicely like a ping pong ball.
We'll put a fluffy floor at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put a gate at the top. So when Mom and I don't want to be interrupted.
Like I said, we have a seat to fill, right? I'm going to stroke out.
They're going to have really, really warm temperatures up there with that fireplace. So our wood burning stove, by the way, Cyber Monday was $50 cheaper. We're not going to talk about that. Our wood burning stove heats 900 square feet. That's 200 square feet of floor, 400 square feet of upper space including. So that cabin's going to be warm. I actually have to pick up another window today to put in the upstairs for the girls so that we can vent. Otherwise, everybody's going to cook.
Yeah, it's better to be too hot than cold because we could take layers off.
And we're picking up the other, I have to pick stuff up in town from the tattoo shop. We've made a lot of orders this week. Thank you to my amazing clientele base. I love all you guys, by the way, anybody that watches this. I'm so appreciative of my clientele.
Well, I gotta talk for a minute.
What's that?
Okay, we're good.
What?
There's a street sign.
online.
Maybe some of them were not smart enough for that.
So anyways, I did something I've never done before. I did a Black Friday cyber sale on digital vouchers, and I did some crazy pricing on my digital vouchers. I have 3 left to sell. I think I only have 2 left to sell because I think one of my other clients is taking one today. But I was doing $500 get you $700, $750 get you $1,000, and $1,000 get you a $1,500 session. I've never done these sales before. I didn't know how it was going to go. Like I said, I think as of today, I'm only going to have 2 vouchers left, and they're for sale through tomorrow, through the 30th. So I might not have any, which is amazing. And because of that, it allowed me to do some stuff that we weren't planning.
Yeah, it's been a little bit slow with people not being able to work or people getting laid off. It's been hard because that hits Chris's industry. It hits the tattooers.
The amount of people I hear and see canceling their appointments or postponing their appointments because they've been laid off, it's disheartening. You know, I'm going to go a little political for a second here, guys, but you know, there's been so many lies online this last week from the Biden administration about how good the economy is and how good the job market is and everything like that. No, it's not. Things are not cheaper this year. Things are not better job-wise, job market-wise. They made it sound like Black Friday was crazy this year, that people were shopping more than ever. They were shopping, but I think they said that only 15% of sales, something like that, 15 or 30% of sales happened in store this year. Everything was online. And we saw that, which is why I marketed my digital vouchers, you know, it made it simple for people. This year is not better than last year. Last year was not better than the year before, and this administration is not better than the Trump administration. I'm sorry to say, they're lying to everybody right now, and it's sad that people are feeding into it and believing it, because I see it. As a business owner, I see it. As a small business owner, I see it. Saturday was Small Business Saturday. It was a day that a number of years back, they wanted people to get away from the big box stores, the mass chains, and go back to the small businessmen, because that was the American dream. You know, come to America, become a citizen, you know, build a small business, have your American dream. The American dream has been killed. It's been literally killed by big chain stores, big box stores. It's being killed daily, more and more, by internet sales.
Girl, stop fighting.
So please, to all you guys out there, shop your local stores, shop your small businesses. It helps the economy in your area.
You have to talk louder because of the bumps.
Oh, it helps the economy in your area where you live, because it goes right back into the market. When you shop at Walmart, when you shop on Amazon, it does not. That being said, I shop on Amazon. I'm not saying I don't, and I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't. But whenever possible, buy local, because the money stays in your local market. This is good.
Just like I push to buy from local farmers over summer and over harvest.
It also keeps the jobs in your area, which helps everybody.
There's so many signs on the door, like in our small town. Our small town's amazing. Like, I'm so glad we moved out here. But there was a few times, what was it, like a few weeks ago, we have two coffee shops in our small town. They're nothing big. It's not a big chain or anything.
One in our direct town.
Yeah, one in our direct town.
And one in the next town over.
And they're not big. We don't have any Starbucks near us at all. Like, it's like 2-3 hours away. But our local Burger King, we have Burger King and we have a Beddoes, right?
Yeah.
We have two. That's it in our area. And our Burger King's amazing. Their food's always good, but it's fast food. But they had a sign on their door where they didn't have enough staff to have their
2 weeks.
Yeah, to have their doors open.
You
and
could
in our
only go
coffee
through the
shop
drive-thru.
yesterday, we went to get a coffee on our way home from the big town. And again, support your little town shops. They had a sign on their door because they were short-staffed, so they were closed. means like today we're going to Costco. I mean,
which we have to. I mean, there's
to.
a reason to shop big box stores like this, and it is good to do things like that because it's going to profit in your pocket sometimes. But in the grand scheme of things, whenever possible, if it's something that you can buy from your local retailer, your locally owned store, your small businessman, it literally keeps the jobs in your area. It keeps the money literally in your area, in your town, in your county.
Like we try to do our meat only at our local Stewart's, which is about a 40-minute drive.
Yep.
We do buy from our local store here and there, but they're so tiny there. Sometimes their meat is not an option for us.
Yeah.
But from what Chris was saying, the meat that Stewart sells is all from local farmers.
Actually, if you even look at their shirts, their fruits, their vegetables, whenever possible, those are from local farmers. All of their meat that is not prepackaged, meaning like Stonyfield pork, things like that. But all of their beef, all of their chicken, all of that stuff, especially their beef. We have amazing beef here, and it's because it's all local, grown local, fed. This is a beautiful thing. Fed local. All the feed, all the hay, all the alfalfa is grown right here in the Uinta Basin. I love that. And there it is right there. That's the perfect market because all the money literally stays in our counties. We don't have money going to Arkansas first or China or, some other. Sorry guys, most of our apples and shit, they're not grown in Washington anymore. They're grown in China or South America. Where does that benefit us? And it doesn't. Where does this benefit you? It doesn't, because those apples you just bought that said Peru on them, they've been in a shipping container for a month before you even get them. They're picked before they're ripe. They're ripened in the dark in a shipping container. So you're losing nutrients. So you're not even getting literally everything you're paying for. In the most literal sense, you're not getting what you're paying for because half the nutrients are gone. I'm 54 years old. Where and when I grew up, your local market, literally all your fruits and vegetables came from right around there. If they had to bring something in, they do some. No, I didn't even have to bring in. We didn't have to bring in apples from Washington because apples were grown right in Tepiscate, which was an hour away from where I live. So back then, they butchered right in Scolari's Market.
Oh my gosh, Scolari's! I haven't heard that forever.
They would bring. We were friends with the Scolaris. My mom grew up with some of them. They would bring the whole cow in and butcher it right in the meat department. I would kill for that today. I wouldn't care if I paid extra. I would kill for that today because that's how we should eat. Yeah. Which, by the way, Jimmy's bringing us venison steaks.
Oh, really?
I didn't get to hunt this year, but one of my buddies at work got 2 deer, so he's bringing us some. I ate some of his jerky yesterday or the other day at work, and it was just incredible. Off all my foods for me.
We're talking about how things and prices have gone up. I think car insurance is a complete scam. Like we pay so much money. We pay so much money for car insurance, and we don't freaking.
You know what? We're gonna use it here pretty soon. I got a chip in the truck windshield. They pointed out to me, and we got a chip in this one. So we're gonna have.
But every time you use your trips, doesn't it go up?
No. That's why your insurance can't rise for something like this. Now, if it cracks all the way across, yeah, then your insurance can rise.
Ridiculous.
Which is stupid.
It's such a scam.
Yeah, it really is. Insurance is a huge scam.
So we had to renew our policy, and how much did we have to pay to renew our stinking policy? Ridiculous.
$533 I paid.
That's ridiculous.
I pay $500 a month now, and that's only for the vehicles. $76 a year. And I pay that once. I don't do a monthly thing on the big trailer. I just do that once.
No, we don't even drive that thing. It just sits on our own property. I think it's a huge scam.
Well, we have to have that in case a fire happens and they need to pay us more.
That's true. So it's still a lot of money for it to sit there. Anyways, our insurance went up. But what else were you talking about that just went up from last year? Is that what you were talking about? No, registration. Yeah, it's all went up.
Registration went up $4 on the truck. Registration should go down every single year.
But everything is going up.
Look at all that frost.
Winter Wonderland. No, and I really don't get it because I've never been one into politics. I'm not smart on it. I'm not like, Miss Politics smarty pants, but it's so it's just basically bluntly
you have
common
to educate
sense.
yourself nowadays. Everything's so screwed up. The fact that our government, we have allowed them to take power that they're not supposed to have and pass laws in the middle of the night without us even knowing anything about them. For that fact, now the Biden administration pulled a quickie on everybody, and now I can't remember the actual term for it. It'll probably come to me at 2 in the morning. I'll sit up and say it. But now it's whoever is in the building for the vote in the Senate or Congress. So they could call for a vote at 11 p.m., let's say. Send out the message to everybody, to call out to all the congressmen or all the senators and say we're voting at 2 a.m. And if they can't make it to the White House, whoever's present votes. And it passes or it fails. That doesn't seem right to me.
It's just crazy how much control.
It's time for a revolutionary war. We need to revolt. It's going to be ugly. We need to take that power back, like our founding fathers told us it is our duty in the Constitution to overthrow, remove a treasonous, corrupt government and reinstate a new government based on the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the amendments. The original amendments, not these bastard amendments that they've added on.
I think what's happening is that a lot of things aren't being taught in schools, and it's making it easier because teachers don't get to make your curriculum anymore. Now it's government issued, and they're making it less and less to be educated on. So it's making generations more weaker and weaker and uneducated, and people seriously just follow. They do as they're told. It's like we are ants in like those little ant farms.
Absolutely.
And the big guys are standing above us, and we're just doing our job, working those tunnels.
You ladies and gentlemen out there that watch, how many of you agree with this statement? They don't teach cursive in school anymore. Why? Because if you can't write it, you can't read it. If you can't read it, you can't read the Constitution in its original form. You can only read what they're telling you it says, which gives the power to them, not us. That being said, teach your kids cursive.
I know some women had said that their schools still teach it.
Utah's just implemented it.
Are they doing it again?
Yes, as of next year or this year.
For the red state.
Yep, the blue-ass governor who just turned the old... Oh yeah, that was online yesterday. Our governor, piece of crap, Spencer Cox. He just signed a $23 million deal with the old prison site in Draper to build a 15-minute city.
Put your arms back in your seat.
We are the only UN-friendly state in the United States. We have more money coming in from China than any other state in the U.S., and yet we're still a red state.
Can you untwist the straps? Freya likes to bust out of her seat in. We're constantly checking.
That's what I need to look for on Amazon.
The clips. We need to order more clips. Chest clips
today.
to keep her in there.
Remind me.
Thank you, Benny.
not happy with the way things are right now at all. I'm okay with going to war against my government. It's my job. It's my duty.
Stop fighting.
And I will say this: if you guys have been watching online lately, I guess it's on the TV too, but we don't have cable. The Army has put out new ads.
I got some nasty comments on Instagram for that one.
Well, that's great. Then they're the ones that are offended.
I mean, if you know,
our Army ads had a dude in drag, a girl dressed in men's military uniform. I'm not talking about battle uniform. That's different, ladies and gentlemen. I take nothing away from the folks that are in battle rig. But the ones that are in their dress blues, their dress greens, if you're a woman, if you were born with XX chromosomes, you should be wearing the dress uniform for that corresponding sex. If you were born with a wiener, XY, you should be in men's dress uniform.
You said wiener.
The fact that 2 years ago, our Army ads had people in drag, basically, is what it boils down to.
And we don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't.
We don't have a problem with that at all.
I don't care what you do in your bedroom, anything like that. But when it comes to the federal laws, for the longest time,
For a country.
Why advertise that? So our new ads for the military, for the Army, young, built, strong men, straight men. And I have nothing against what you do in your own bedroom. I don't. I really
Shoot, they
care
could even be
less.
strong gay men.
Absolutely. I've got some amazing gay clientele that...
It's actually pretty impressive how many clientele that Chris has. That he just did a really cool piece on
a transgender.
Covering up scars.
Yep.
And
From a double mastectomy.
We don't have any problems with that community
No,
at all.
not at all.
It's
As a
what's
matter of
going
fact,
on.
he and I were talking about this and asked me how many. He knew that I worked with the Susan G. Komen Foundation in the past, and he's like, how many transgenders have you done like this? I was like, truthfully, you're my first for this specific tattoo. I was like, but I don't have any problems making you feel better about your body. Like, I think that's cool. And he told me, he's like, I'll send friends to you. I was like, I appreciate that, and I'll take good care of them.
The point with the Army is different. Like I can't even talk right now because the kids are fighting.
So if we're already being mocked worldwide by other militaries and other governments because our government has made our military weaker than it's ever been. We used to have the strongest military force in the entire world. I'm sorry to say today, we don't. And ladies and gentlemen in the military, I freaking love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I should have been there with you guys. I wasn't allowed in. Medical history. I wanted to be, though. And I'd have been a good soldier. Probably a little too good. But when other countries see that as weakness, they want to invade. They want to do anything possible to tear us down further. And our own government's doing a good job with that right now. We don't need outside sources helping with that. So when I see this new ad and I see these young men that are just strong, gung-ho, ready to go, I see the ads from the past. Be all that you can be. Army of One. I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that it takes a strong man or woman to be in the military, to fight for our country, to keep my freedom mine. And that's why I back these ladies and gentlemen in the military.
She's still on a fit. I had to stop that and let me to stop screeching like a pig being chased.
So yeah, I think we need a strong military again. I think we need a strong face of the military again because we've been showing weakness over this last last few years.
That's my
Our government will do anything and everything right now to keep the population down, pushing every possible agenda and every possible cold that comes around. Like now there's these scare tactics on this Chinese whatever it is, pneumonia.
And the thing is that it's been said there's going to be a second pandemic. How many pandemics are there going to be? Like we've had viruses for years, and now they're pandemics, and now it's be aware of this new pandemic.
Before the beginning of this cold season, has always been cold season. They said be prepared this winter for the triple-demic: COVID, RSV, and pneumonia. Or I'm sorry, COVID, RSV, and influenza. Get your vaccinations now. We have been upright walking human beings for millennia.
I'm gonna take them rattlers and I'm gonna eat them out the window.
Our bodies have an ability that we were given by God to create antibodies. The only way you can create real antibodies is to get the bug, get the virus, get the bacteria.
I mean, look how many of our friends have gotten not friends, but like people that we know have gotten the vaccine, how sicker they were. We have issues. We have health issues. You have diabetes. I have autoimmune issues. Freya has Down syndrome. Gage gets a simple cold and he about needs to go to the ER because, I mean, last influenza Gage got, he busted a rib from coughing so much. COVID didn't really do anything to us. Like,
I had a backache, body ache for 24 hours. I couldn't taste things for a few weeks.
And
But that
I know some people have gotten sick. Some people get really sick and they die from the flu.
Absolutely.
People get sick.
They do that from the flu.
From even, I mean, simple viruses that barely hurt people.
Absolutely.
There have been people that have been lost.
Folks, I'm not discrediting COVID. COVID is real. I'm not saying it's not.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
But you can ask any doctor and they will tell you the same thing. We have a doctor who very vaccine very pro-vaccine, and yet he said when Tammy said she hadn't gotten it, he's all good, it does nothing, natural immunity is better. Even that wicked freak of a human being,
and then he realized, okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this isn't.
Well, look at that freak of a human being that screwed the entire country. Fauci even said that natural immunity is stronger than man-made. Lab created, I should say, not man. Lab created immunity. We've all been duped in some way or another in the last number of years. And that's the reason why they're trying to keep certain people out of the government. Because if they get back in, the duping's done. The truth's coming out. And the administration right now, I don't think we're being led by our president for sure.
Cute little cemetery.
Oh, I love it. So clean, so cute. I just think that they're just trying to keep us dumb. I've said for years, and Tammy can attest to this, because literally when we first got together, I think Tammy was a little more liberal than she is now, for sure.
You just gotta wake up and you gotta be
that's
like,
exactly it. You were younger. You were still 28 years old when we got together, which is a perfect time to be liberal. As you get older, you start to see the difference. And I told her from the get-go, the government wants to make people ignorant, because an ignorant population is easily controlled. And I can't say that any better way to prove that than what's happened in the last 3 years. It proves it right there. The dumber they keep people, the more ignorant they keep them, the more power they give themselves daily. And the government's not supposed to have the power. We are. It's we the people, not they the people. We control them. Our amendments are said in the Constitution and the amendments themselves. Our Constitution is written in a way that proves that we control everything that the government does. It's not their job to control us. It's our job to control them.
Well, that pandemic
did a great job. That's why there's so many of us out there that are like, you see these memes and everything, these reels out there, that if you're still unvaccinated, you're the strongest people that have ever lived in this country. Why? Because you were able to think for yourself the entire time.
And we went back and forth on. We were so close to getting that vaccine, like a hair away from getting that vaccine. I think I was pregnant with.
You were pregnant with Piper.
And my OB was pushing it, and I was just like,
yeah, you were pregnant with Piper.
Maybe I should just get it, and then.
And I told Tammy at that point, well, it's up to you. If you get it, I'll get it too. That way we both have it, and if we both die, we both die.
And then it's just like, no. I mean, there's that gut.
I was against it from day one. Like I didn't see any good coming from this. There's never been a vaccine produced this quickly. The fact that I knew what mRNA was, and that scared
the
me.
The maker, what's his name?
Dr. Malone.
When he came out with his speech on saying don't vaccinate your children.
This isn't a vaccine. This is gene therapy.
Yeah.
He's the one that him and one other doctor together created the mRNA process. He went forward and he said, this is not a vaccine. Never meant to be a vaccine. This is gene therapy. This is meant, especially to fight cancer. That's one of the big things it was for.
Stop.
But he also has been silenced by our governments, but not just ours. You got to understand, folks, it's not just our government, it's every government.
I think that's why so many people don't like Trump and Putin, because they don't want this what is it, the one world.
No, they don't want the one world government, the one world order.
So these two guys are looked at as evil, and
Putin doesn't. Kim Jong-un doesn't. You've got guys like I can never say his name, Xi Jinping, whatever his name is, from China. He doesn't. But then you have our leaders right now in our country. You have the leaders in Britain, Canada.
If you have a
Germany.
sticker on your truck like that of a guy peeing on a sticker, say ex-wife, that means you're still connected to her because you have issues that you can't let go.
Yeah.
That just makes him look weak. So pissing on his ex-wife sticker actually makes him look like a
dumbass. Yep. And he's driving a Ram. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Danny. I can't drive a vehicle. I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah, just stop. Well, I'm sure this is going to fire up a lot of people this video.
I can't. I'm not. My dad was a Dodge guy. I'm not a Dodge guy. But Dodge isn't Dodge anymore. Now it's Ram trucks. Why not keep Dodge? I don't understand that. GM is GM, Chevy is Chevy, Ford is Ford. They've all been the same
ADHD,
forever.
we're not talking about trucks.
What's that?
What?
Sorry.
There's like this drill, and this mom's trying to teach her kid math, and they keep talking about different things. So like when you're trying to teach with ADHD, they keep going off on different directions and not the math question itself. Anyways, that's our little spiel for today's Chris. Actually, I should say that's Chris's little spiel for today. Yeah. Do you feel better?
No, not even. I'll feel better when our government is back in order.
Yeah.
I'll feel better when generations are getting stronger again, not weaker.
You gotta be woken up. And I think a lot of kids are starting to wake up. Our kids, our children are starting to wake up.
I think so too.
That's important, because without strong children, that's our future.
Yep.
These children, our generation, this younger generation, these are our future. That's it. We'll end the vlog, and I got screaming kids back there. Before I hear any crap about my kids screaming, they're in the back, and they're fighting over those rattlers that you hear in the background. By the way, those rattlers will be linked down below.
So your kids can fight over them?
So your kids can enjoy. So your kids can enjoy a nice car ride and quiet, play with these little rattlers. This company sent them out to me just just to share with you guys, and it benefits my family. So they're probably made in China. Everything's made in China. This Rockstar's probably made in China.
No, Rockstar's made in America. By the way, Rockstar, we'd love to be sponsored.
Yeah, I don't get cool companies. But yeah, those are linked down below. My kids actually really like them, and they're sturdy. So I'm gonna turn this into a thank you for sponsoring these rattlers.
Actually, the kids have gotten a couple really cute toys lately from sponsorships. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, these companies are reaching out. It's the same company, just sending me different toys for our kids to review, and our kids have enjoyed it. That car is really cool. These rattlers are really cool. You can wash them really easily. And as you can hear, my kids love them. So, yeah, links down below.
They don't always love each other.
Great stocking stuffers. Is your seatbelt on, Ben? All right, we'll end this vlog. Thanks for tagging along. Thanks for hearing Chris out. Everybody has their own political views. Not everybody thinks like us. We like to hear other people's views. We're open-minded. We don't get all hurt. We won't think you're a horrible, disgusting human being because you don't believe in the same politics that we believe in. Everybody has their own.
But we should all believe in the Constitution.
We should all believe in the Constitution, especially us Americans. Come on now. Wake up and read it. If you haven't read it, read it. Read it, read it. Whatever. Oh, this vlog,
read it.
we're going to go to Costco and get some things that we need.
Pick up a chimney at Lowe's. Yeah, I got my chimney. And then Home Depot. Need a few things. Home Depot is the only place that carries the blue pattern pine that we're using on the inside of the cabin. So I need that. I may go cheaper up above. I may not do blue.
For the girls' area?
Yeah.
No. Because they're going to get
I think I'll go a lot cheaper with that.
They will mark on them.
But I'm still going to do shiplap up there because I want it all to look the same-ish. And I was thinking I'll do the lighter stuff for the ceiling as well instead of just do the walls and the blue pattern pine.
So I have a lot of pregnant women that follow me right now that haven't had their babies yet. Do you have any advice for their husbands if they tend to have a little bit of postpartum issues? You want to give your little 2 cents in as a man?
Oh my gosh. Let's see, guys. First of all, remember, postpartum insanity is normal.
Not to a point, it's not normal. I mean, it happens.
They call it what? Postpartum rage?
There's postpartum depression, there's postpartum rage. They're pissed.
All the same exact thing. It just depends on, it's the hormones rectifying themselves. Your body, the woman's body's, there's a dead sheep. The woman's body is trying to get rid of all these extra hormones, but their bodies all can't do it as quickly as they're supposed to. So guys, just do this. Love your wives. Good bottle of whiskey. Good cigar.
You don't even have no whiskey. He talks about getting it. I'm going to get a whiskey bottle and shove it right up your a-hole.
I'm just saying this, guys. Just deal with it. Love your wife. It's not your fault.
It is your fault.
It is your fault. It's not your fault. They think it's your fault. The baby's worth it. Your wife is worth it.
It'll go
just
away, and if it doesn't go away, contact
And when she says she hates you, understand that at that moment, she fucking hates you.
Yeah,
but it'll pass
I really
quickly.
hated Chris the other day. And normally my postpartum rage, I don't normally focus on it. This one was a bad one.
You've gotten me the last 3, so...
No, I didn't.
This one was the worst.
I didn't get you the last 3. Anyways, women, if you have your baby and you're just really angry and you just out of nowhere just freaking hate everybody,
smoke weed?
Especially your husband. Well, I mean, you can smoke weed, but just talk to your OB if it's new to you.
Yeah,
this one hit so hard to me, like, it got me out of nowhere. Normally I can bottle it in because I know it's going to happen, but this time, and I've always said it's going to hit me at postpartum. I have some kind of, I go crazy.
And I love teasing Tammy, so a lot of this stuff I just
But I kind of think he likes it. I kind of think he likes the craziness because he keeps getting me pregnant, which means I think you kind of like the postpartum craziness.
I don't like the postpartum crazy, but I love watching my wife grow a baby. I love watching her body change. I love watching her have the baby. I love watching her body go back to normal. I do not love watching the hormones go back to normal. But it is part of the deal.
I think it's kind of interesting. I can laugh about it.
This time I thought I was getting a divorce.
I thought you were too. I think if I was like an overnight divorce clinic, I would have probably went there and been like, "Fuck off, Chris Corby, suck it."
It's sunny over here. Why can't it be sunny on our property right now. We need the sun for the solar right now.
Right, our solar's dead. It's like 13%.
I need to get the bigger panels out this week, and I need to get them hooked up so we have more ability to bring power in. So that's some of my jobs. I ordered so much stuff.
Okay, so now we're going to end the vlog. Remember, women, if you have your babies and you feel off, you feel sad, you feel depressed, you feel angry, talk to your OB. It's normal.
Talk to your OB.
Your OB is not going to look at you crazy.
No.
Because your OB deals with this. It's what they do.
Your husband might. Look at you, little crazy.
I think you like crazy.
Oh no!
I think you like crazy.
I love my wife.
Talk to somebody and get the help. Postpartum depression, rage. Postpartum issues, it's real and it can affect you. It's very dangerous. So
and guys, support your wives. Support your spouses, your partner, your girlfriend, your whatever.
Whatever. If you would have probably been...
No. Did I come home?
You came home, but you...
I wanted to come home the night before, but I had to adult and do the registration.
You said I needed to fix my head. You know what? I wanted to fix my foot up your butt.
That's not exactly what I meant. When I was saying that, I meant that your hormones had you all screwed up, and I knew what it was. You could shoot. I'm pretty sure I would have been shot. No, I wanted to come home that night, but I had to stay down in the valley till Monday because I had to do the emissions and registration, and I had to adult, and I didn't want to. I wanted to come back to the property even though I was told not to. I was told to stay down there for a week or stay down there completely until we got an apartment or a house.
I told you to stay down there and get an apartment.
No, you didn't tell me. You said you were getting an apartment.
No, I said you get an apartment.
Oh, no, I came across the other way.
I'll take an apartment. Take a nice hot shower.
You said you were already hunter for one.
Hunter for one?
That's why I said, what the hell does that even say? You're already hunter for apartment. I was like, what the? That's why I said, I don't even understand what you just said, but you didn't answer that. But anyways, guys, love your wife, your spouse, your girlfriend, your partner, whatever she may be. And ladies, that goes for you too. If you're same-sex partnership, and you guys did IVF or what have you.
Ooh, that would be hard.
Bald eagle.
Was that an eagle?
That was a bald eagle. Trump flew over us.
That would be a hard one.
Guys and ladies.
Hormones.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine. I'm all up in here.
That's why I say, ladies, it's your job too. If you're a same-sex partnership,
then you should understand those hormones.
Absolutely.
Because you deal with those hormones. Those hormones are harsh when you're pregnant. Think of like PMS hormones on crack.
But on that one might be a little different too because they'll both be hormonal, maybe.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. That'll be hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for you ladies.
Yeah, talking about that's a hard one.
And I have a lot of respect for you ladies that have babies. Like, what you guys go through is insane. Not just your bodies, but your minds because of the hormones, your emotions. That stuff's all real, and I've seen it a lot. And yeah, guys, if this is your first time as a dad, love your partner.
Go buy her a coffee. Maybe take her shopping and get her like
buy her $1,000 coffee cart.
I think that's a little bit too much. Then she might get mad that the money got wasted on the coffee cart.
So buy her a $100 coffee cart. She's only worth 1/10, right?
Really?
Just kidding. That's 1/10 of $1,000. But anyways, yeah, you guys, you're gonna most all women go through pretty big change after the baby's born. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot on their body. It's a lot on the hormones. It's a lot on their brain. I couldn't imagine growing a symbiont being in me for 10 months, 9 months, and then all of a sudden it emptying out, but me being left with the particles of particulate matter that was growing that child, only to have your body try and rectify that.
It's
if you think about it in that way, that it's not your spouse, your wife, girlfriend, it's not your partner's fault that this is happening to them. It's You know, and there's health issues that can come along with that too. And guys, you need to watch for that with your partner as well, because look what we go through with postpartum preeclampsia.
Yeah,
you know,
again,
these
get a blood
things-
pressure cuff, keep it at home, and
Yeah.
check your blood pressure twice a day for the first 12 weeks. If you get a headache out of nowhere, if you feel a weirdness in your chest, if you're dizzy, if you feel nauseous, it doesn't matter if you don't feel anything, you can feel nothing, check your blood pressure twice a day for the first 12 weeks.
And ladies and gentlemen, both of you guys, if your partner, your pregnant partner, can take the prenatal vitamins, give them to them. Make sure they're taking them if they can. Not every woman can, because sometimes they're just too much on their bodies. But if they can, give them to them every day. You know, your partner's going to have a lot on their mind with the baby, with the pregnancy, baby after the pregnancy, all that. I look at it this way: if your partner can take the prenatal vitamins, it's your job to make sure they're taking them afterwards as well, because that what's that, folic
You
acid
get my vitamins
specific.
out.
You don't take them.
I take my home vitamins every day. I eat the gummies with
That's
the
what I'm
kids.
saying. The
Tastes
prenatal
good.
vitamins, though, that extra folic acid helps with the hormone balance afterwards. So if they can take them, Tammy can't take them. It's the actual prenatal screw her up for some reason.
I separate my vitamins out.
Yeah. So if they can take them, though, that will help with the postpartum depression, postpartum rage, postpartum hormone balance. So help them out, you know. That.
Okay. Now, with that said, that's a lot. That's gonna be a long vlog. That's gonna be like 30-minute vlog of talking about politics and then pregnancy and then raging
And
that's a
then
whole
there's the crying
spiel.
baby that
The
you have to
crying
deal with too,
babies.
so that's a new one. I love the sound of a newborn cry. Like, it's
Ollie
like
doesn't really cry. She
she's not.
cried a
No,
little
she's
bit
past
today.
it now. She cried a little bit
cries.
here or there, and it was so cute. Like, that little cry is so cute. Today she was making little screechy coo noises, which Tammy didn't get to hear because the kids were too dang loud. But it was so cute. Oh my gosh, she's changing so much already, and she's only 10 weeks old.
I looked far.
8 weeks old.
8 weeks old.
Sorry. My numbers were off for a second there. I knew it was 8 weeks, but yeah, her little changes, and oh my gosh,
They get big fast.
Guys,
I feel like our
babies
first
are
birth,
amazing.
They're super.
they will change your life forever. They will do 3 things to a man. Cost them a lot of money. So don't ever think, and I hear this all the time from guys and girls, we're holding off till we're financially ready to. No, you're never financially ready to have a baby, ever. It doesn't matter, ever. You're never financially ready to have a baby. So just brush that one aside. Number 2.
And if you are, you're working all dang day.
Yeah, which you
to
won't be
pay
pretty soon.
for everything. Well, no, they still will be. They'll take them to daycare and somebody else.
Yeah,
will
but
raise
then
their
somebody's income is going to daycare, so no, that's a good point too. Daycare is expensive and somebody else is raising it. But next thing is, man, you're never, ever gonna know how protective you can and will be the moment you hold that baby. The moment you hold that baby, everything about being a pacifist goes away. You're no longer a pacifist. You will do anything to protect your child and your wife, your spouse, your partner. And number 3, you will never love a woman, love your spouse more than when she gives you that first child. And every subsequent child after that if you have more. But the way you feel about your partner, your wife, at that moment changes forever. And that protection goes towards her too. You know, you hear people say all the time, I'd kill for my family. No, you will definitively kill for your family.
And let's add a number 4 on there. Number 4, if you decide that the whole marriage thing doesn't work out and you have kids with somebody else and you guys divorce,
Yep.
don't hold your kids from their father or their mother.
Yep.
Chris has gone through that in the past. He can't see it. One of few of his, I don't even know, I'm not going to say numbers. His kids, he has,
That was funny.
he has, what, 5 kids? 5 older kids, and 3 of them. Don't hold your kids from your
They are
other
not
person.
ransom. They are not a tool.
It's rude, it's disgusting, and it's foul. And
you're
now I'm
not a
going
good
through that with
mom
my older
if
kids.
you do that.
I have an older son that, you know, I can't see because, according to what I'm being told, it's just, it'll be a bad situation for him, and I don't want my older son to go through that. A lot of you guys know who my older son is and who I'm talking about, and it's
And any
really
dad that
wrong.
would
It's
say that if-
disgusting. You don't hold your kids,
No.
and you don't talk about your parent,
Your co-parent.
your co-parent, in front of your
That's-
kids. It's
That's
disgusting.
that's the term they use in court. Co-parent. The co-parent. The other parent.
Whatever. So that's number 4. Don't be a douche and hold your kids away from the other parent.
It's not good for the child.
Total manipulation of brainwashing. Anyways, I'm gonna end this vlog now. A lot of stuff to edit. We are not edit. I'm not really gonna edit anything because I'm just gonna leave it in there. I might edit some things out if I have to. I don't think I am because it's a long video. I don't really want to sit there and listen to me squawk. But Freya, fix your seatbelt again. We need to order that chest. But anyways, I gotta go fix Freya's seat. She likes to take her arms out. We need to order this clip, which she broke the last 1 or 2. She knows how to finagle them off and throw them on the ground, and
Zip time.
she just started doing this again. I thought she grew out of it, but she's doing it again. She's getting her arms out. She's still like the crotch part is still buckled, but her chest piece,
She pushes the chest piece all the way down. So
she
can
pushes
get her
it down.
arms
She
out.
gets her arms out. It's not safe. Basically, defaults the entire process of sitting in a.
You would think that would be like design flaw. This one's bigger. Give this one to Gage.
Okay. Pass them back, Gage.
Gage here.
What?
I saw that. This one's yours.
Let
Dad
me
said.
double tap it.
Dad said this one's bigger. It's bigger for you. So that one's yours, Gage.
Anybody
You
want
already
soy
ate lunch.
sauce?
You had a hot dog. You wanted a hot dog from Costco.
You don't get soy sauce, Peanut. You get butt sauce.
Yeah, we were waiting for the
Mommy, you want
pasta,
some
the
soy sauce?
noodles. No, it's too
So
soon.
hand these back. Whoever
You
wants
guys, whoever is using the soy sauce, you best not leave those packets on the floor.
I'm gonna leave my packet on the floor.
I'm gonna punch you.
them. Who else wants soy sauce? Anybody want hot mustard? Here, hand these back.
Fisher says he wants everything. Everything.
He says he wants rubbery ring.